It's the 2nd century of Mother Earth. And somewhere amongst the many of humans, Ptolemy of Alexandria raises his voice to tell the world that everything revolves around the earth. Unknowingly, in that 2nd century, Ptolemy is positioning a very strong Jew-centric perspective of reality, allowing for centuries to come humans to believe that everything indeed revolves around the earth. It's the center of the universe. But sadly, in that Jews' scientific centric approach, Ptolemy also created, unknowingly, the idea of a finite reality. 13 centuries later, in the 1500s, we are exposed to the contributions of a man coming from Poland, Copernicus. And Copernicus said, wait, maybe it's not true that the earth is the center of the universe. And with the limitations that he had, he declared that the sun is the center of the universe. And therefore, he gave the first introduction into what could be described as a heliocentric view of reality, where everything, including the earth and all the other planets and stars, revolve around the sun. Inspired by the work of Copernicus, Giordano Bruno arrives at the scene in the mid-1500s. He had an epiphany about what Copernicus was promoting as a heliocentric perspective of reality. But he added to it and said, in his mind's eye, you see a multiple of universes. You see a multiple of suns. And therefore, Bruno can be regarded as the first of us, Homo sapiens, to create the notion of infinite possibility. It's the first time that humans were able, therefore, not to be bounded by the narrow confines of what has been crafted as reality up to that time by philosophies and science that did not appreciate possibilities. But the church decided we can't bear the noise of Bruno. And for a long time in his life, he moved from one destination to the other. He moved from Italy to France. He even visited Harvard because they invited him to discuss his notion of an infinite universe. But as he declared the details of it, even Harvard rejected it. And as we may all know, that Bruno was ultimately burned at the stake by the Roman Catholic Church. So Galileo took the ideas of Copernicus and of Bruno, but reverted more to the idea of Copernicus about the sun being at the center of the universe. But he struggled with the idea of a multiple universe. And even Galileo, as we may know, by the mid-1600s, was jailed because of his conviction of a heliocentric perspective of reality. If we go from that 16th century reality and we go to the 19th century. It's only then when astronomers and scientists alike actually admitted maybe it is true that there is indeed an infinite universe. So if we think of it, that since the 2nd century until the 19th century, it took 17 centuries for you and me as a people to see a perspective of reality about infinity. And I wonder, in the way we speak and the way we show up on a daily basis, to what extent in your language are you embracing a geocentric perspective of reality or a heliocentric perspective of reality? So when I say to you, the sun, by nightfall, the sun sets over Mother Earth, what am I saying? Well, to me, you are actually saying, I'm a believer of a geocentric perspective of reality. Because in that comment, the sun sets over Mother Earth. It's almost as if you're saying the sun is in the center, and the earth is in the center, and the sun comes to the earth. Whereas if you would have said, by nightfall, the earth shows a shadow to the sun, you're most probably embracing heliocentric perspective, because you're indicating that the earth is the moving object around the sun. I wish that all of us as knowledge workers and modern day scientists, that we will rethink whether we are really truly part of an infinite world of possibilities, a multiple world for that matter, and whether our contribution and our reflections and our generation of new ideas is really grounded in a heliocentric perspective. And may we remind ourselves that even that may not be the full truth, but at least in the 20th century and beyond, that we could comfortably learn how to speak the language of infinite possibilities.